Here in Vancouver, rental buildings are commonplace. Thousands of people call them home, but not all of those buildings would withstand a massive earthquake, and that's because they haven't been seismically upgraded. Kirk Williams has been following this story. He joins us live now. Kirk?
Well, Gloria, when the big one hits Vancouver, it's likely that these newer buildings behind me will remain standing. But which ones will collapse? Nobody knows the answer to that question. Vancouver has the toughest seismic building codes in the country. Buildings built in the last 10 years have the best chance of withstanding a quake. Older buildings, not so much. But which older buildings? 20 years ago, the city of Vancouver hired an engineering firm to find out. The study concluded there were 8,000 buildings at risk, generally built before 1975. They were occupied by more than 158,000 people. A staff report to council suggested this was an unacceptable level of risk. And compared to quake-prone cities in California, Vancouver had a very high exposure level, both in terms of life safety and property damage. The study wasn't specific enough to release details on individual buildings. Recent earthquakes in Japan are reigniting demands that a new inventory be created.
If you're a tenant in a building or a condo owner, you should be able to find out if that building is built to good seismic standards.
This week, Anton and council directed staff to get to work, but it will take time.
Everything is going.
The 1994 Northridge earthquake in Los Angeles proved that retrofitted older masonry buildings reduced damage and loss of life. But it took 21 years for LA to identify 8,000 high-risk buildings and either demolish them or have them upgraded. There are other roadblocks. Upgrading buildings here may clash with other policies, such as protecting inexpensive rental housing from demolition.
We have had such an emphasis on keeping affordable housing and rental housing. It's been very discouraging to landlords to have the normal turnover in buildings.
Renters who want to know if their buildings are safe also know it's a balancing act.
I would be on the side of protecting lives over low rent, but I would also think that our tax dollars could go to help subsidize the rents.
So, Kirk, what other obstacles does the city face in trying to identify these specific buildings?
Well, one of the big issues is once you do identify them, how do you balance the rights between an owner or someone who rents from them? For example, if there's a website that says that some buildings are unsafe, they may become worthless. And in Los Angeles, when those buildings were identified, we were told that some owners literally walked away and left them derelict. Gloria?
Kirk, thank you.